We're live here in a new studio at Community Newspapers. New for us, not new for MCN. But some of you may have tuned in at 3 o'clock today, and well, we were a little short on the audio. It was a fully pantomimed show, which wasn't really getting the ratings we were hoping for.
Grant Miller here. I don't like this because now this camera puts weight on me.
How many cameras are on you?
One.
Oh, goodness. Anyway, I'm Mark Trowbridge. Welcome to this week's show with our friends at Miami's Community Newspapers. I'm with our Coral Gables Chamber of Commerce, and as always, it's a pleasure being with you on a Tuesday afternoon around 3-ish. I know many of you will watch us on a rerun or a replay, and we say thank you for your audience. I know that George was with us earlier.
And your girlfriend.
And Gio, and we're sad we can't hear you. And I just suggested we open the window to the studio.
Can we sing the song?
Yeah, we had a song which did play at the beginning of the previous show in honor of the first official week of spring. And it was the Beatles' Here Comes the Sun.
Can we do only a little part of it?
Here comes the sun. Da, 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 da.
That's pretty good.
That's about all I know. And as I said before, Paul McCartney, please don't send us a cease and desist letter. That doesn't sound very good.
No.
Are you all right?
Yeah. What else is National Goof Off Day?
You know, I wore a shirt similar to that.
I know.
yesterday.
I took it off your dresser last night.
I wish I was that organized. Do you know that when I get home, my new habit is I'm so lazy after getting up at 5:30 to go work out and then a full day and usually an evening event or two, that I unbutton one button and just the sleeves I open up and I pull it like a pullover.
Like a little 12-year-old.
I know. And I just
wait. You unbutton this, unbutton one button, and you pull it over.
I pull it over me.
How
because the
lazy
shirts are
can
really big right now, so I can do that.
You're not buying any new clothes?
No, I've got a new suit that I got fitted for, but I need to check in and see how that's
all right.
coming
So we got
along.
National Goof Off Day.
I can't finish the story.
Go ahead.
What is it with you and the impatience thing? This is why you're divorced.
You don't tell me. Speak about that. Speak about I'm divorced. So my older son just got engaged, so he was in town.
In town from Atlanta area,
right? And we went to dinner.
And you're a big fan of his fiance.
Oh, she's wonderful.
She's in the medical profession.
Peach.
She's so
physical therapist. Sorry.
I feel like there might be a jinx on this.
I'm getting all choked
up. Do you ever do much in this studio?
No. So we go to all dinner. Speaking of divorce, her family, her brothers and her sisters, me, one of my two sons, and my ex-wife with her boyfriend. I go, huh? Speak about divorce.
Is that the first time she
came out? She came out of the closet.
Boyfriend.
This is a nice one, but I just said hi to her. That's it.
But I feel like you guys are cordial.
Oh, yeah,
good co-parents. Your kids are grown now.
Grown ass men.
One son got his PhD. Your other son's in law school. And
yeah,
they've done very well.
He's quiet, big old guy, and I'm short and I'm loud. So
that's the father-in-law.
No, the new boyfriend.
Oh, the replacement.
like during the strike.
Now, what goes on in the studio when we're not here? Is this where Steve Bradley and company?
Yeah, they think that. Yeah, they come back here. So speak about getting divorced. It's been 10 years for me.
Boy, it seems longer than that. I'll be honest with you.
It flies by.
I feel like you've always been.
It flies by.
Divorced since we've known each other, and we met probably 15 years ago.
20 pounds ago.
You look great. Thanks for wearing my shirt. They match nice with those socks.
And these are your socks.
So it is National Goof Off Day.
And speak about goof off. How's your staff?
First of all, I feel like you and I are the epitome of goofing off. I mean, we like to have a good time. We're both big personalities, a little bit obnoxious, a little bit annoying.
You have labeled me perfectly.
Oh, I know you because you're like my black mirror. I look into it and I'm like, Grant Miller here.
You go, that's how I behave.
Did you say that you thought my staff was goofing off?
No, I didn't say that. Today's National Goof Off Day.
Oh, well, I have had a busy day, so I haven't been at the office a whole lot. I had a couple of meetings this morning, a luncheon, and then I came back to the office for a while. So,
who do you have lunch with?
I had lunch with a small group with the Attorney General of Florida, Ashley Moody, who is very lovely. she's a Gator, so I got invited because she went to Florida, and she talked a lot about being strong on investing in our police versus defunding the police.
Where's she from?
I don't know, because they had to move to Tallahassee. She was a judge for 10 years before she became the attorney general. So
That's an elected position.
it is. She's in the cabinet along with Governor DeSantis, Lieutenant Governor Jeanette Nunez, and Agriculture Commissioner Nikki Fried.
She's the only Democrat.
Right.
Speak about Gators.
The only statewide elected Democrat.
Right. Speak about Gators. Got a new basketball coach, finally.
We do. A guy named Todd Golden, 36 years old, out of the University of San Francisco. They waited to announce his hiring until Friday. His team made the NCAA tournament and unfortunately lost in overtime to the opponent. And but our school has had a history.
But what's meaning our school?
University of Florida.
Not your high school. You don't call that your school?
My high school? What do I call my high school? I'm not as affiliated with my high school as I am with my university. And it's no offense to O'Galley High School in Melbourne, Florida. I just left there an awful long time ago. And, high school was only 3 years where I was.
Where I was, it was 7.
Of course. And that was just 9th grade.
A good friend of mine, Mark Kaser, he was brilliant. He went to 6 high schools in his 3-year career.
Well, I was there 10th, 11th, and 12th grade, and then went to University of Florida, of course, got my undergrad and master's there. So I was there twice as long. But
did you get your master's right away?
I did.
What's your master's in?
My master's is in educational administration with a concentration in counseling.
Well, we know you have a lot of counseling at your job.
I'm getting counseled all the time.
Or schooled.
Same thing in my office.
So new basketball coach.
Yep, Todd. Welcome, Todd. Welcome to Gator Nation.
So basketball, this is the best time to watch college sports. This is better than football.
I think it's just the sheer amount of games that are going on, whether it's NCAA men's or women's, NIT, whether it's, just the, excitement about, new leadership. It was kind of interesting because we played Xavier on Sunday in the second round of the NIT.
Right, okay.
And they announced right before the game they had hired an old coach they brought back. And so I was reading about
Where's Xavier from? Where is
Cincinnati. It's in Ohio.
That's one of your people.
They are my people, but
and out of the first round, I think all the number 1 seeds won, right? Some stupid amount.
NCAA?
Yeah.
No, not on the men's side because Baylor lost.
Baylor was the only one, I understand.
I believe, But I don't think they lost in the first round. They lost in the second round, first weekend.
And then right now, pro basketball gearing up.
Yeah, I mean, they're all fighting for, the playoffs are now expanded to, I think, 8 teams with a play-in.
Right. And LeBron James.
From the 9th. He's in the play-in spot.
Did you see that dunk he did yesterday?
I didn't, but he's 37 years old, went home to Cleveland, and the Lakers are fighting for a spot.
So I have to go back to, the in-laws. They took us to Prime 112. So I asked the valet guy, who is your favorite customer? Rick Ross.
The rapper.
He says he calls me, tells me he's coming, leaves a big tip.
I love it.
And when he leaves $1,000. And I said, and then his best, and then I asked the restaurant people, who's your favorite client? Kanye West and Drake.
Nice.
Yeah, it's interesting. I said, what about us? He said, no.
What about us? Let me tell you something. So these folks are local, the in-laws?
No, they're from Naperville. That's outside of Chicago. They're just down here for a month or 2.
How do they know about Prime 112?
Because they come to Miami Beach all the time.
Nice.
Yeah.
It's not an easy reservation to get and not a
cheap meal.
No.
No.
My buddy Marco always likes to go there for his birthday, so his wife will.
So you get to go to.
Will take him. I've gone a few times. I remember the first time we went, his daughter was pretty young, and so she didn't want a steak or.
Right.
So she wanted a hot dog. What was a Wagyu beef hot dog? It was
$30.
Yeah, at the time it was $25.
It's $30.
So it comes to the table. It's like 7, 8, 9 inches long, and she doesn't even know what to do because she's a kid and like.
$30 hot dog.
It's an overwhelming hot dog.
If you're going to get a hot dog, go to Arbetters. That's the place to go. So
Dave Arbetter, let's get that date on the calendar to dedicate those Trow Tots.
Okay, so there's so much going on. Farmers market, I keep missing. You got one more week, huh?
Last Saturday is
And
this
they
Saturday.
and they're cooking burger bobs out there.
So I'm not really sure. We walked all that way
Who's
to the
we?
end. Sarah and I,
Sarah,
Articona.
who is that?
She's a dear friend, a past chair of ours, one of our amazing docents. She works with Nicholas Children's and other
And
clients.
she's an alumni of.
University of Alabama.
I told you my son's fiance is an Alabama from. She knows every quarterback, every stat. It's like every wide receiver. I love that stuff.
I mean, I give them their sports prowess, but academically,
We won't get into that.
Sarah once told me that there was a person we knew in common who had failed out of Alabama.
That's pretty
And
hard.
she goes, Mark, nobody fails out of the University of Alabama.
So gymnastics, what's up?
So, I've had to pivot from football to basketball now to gymnastics because the Gators are breaking my heart on the reg.
They used to be real good in gymnastics.
No, they're great in gymnastics. So we went through the season undefeated. We went through the SEC undefeated. And Saturday was the SEC championship.
And what happened?
And the Gators from the get-go led all 8 teams start to finish and put up huge numbers, had the highest ever balance beam total in a championship match. And let me tell you, pretty amazing. Proud of these young ladies. A lot of them are exercising their super senior status because remember the NCAA said you could stay an extra year. And there aren't a lot of opportunities for gymnasts to go to the next level. You either are in the elite level and then do collegiate, or you do mostly collegiate. So I think we have 6 or 8 seniors on the team. So they beat Alabama and won the title.
So what's happening on WOW installation?
So Friday afternoon, I joined Mayor Lago and Commissioners Forbes, Menendez, and Anderson for an installation that celebrates World Autism Month and working with the WOW Center.
Where is
Demi Busada Carrera and all of their team.
Where is it? Where was it?
It was on Giralda Plaza. So they took a building that is closed right now and
near
put
the
faces of a lot of their clients and
in the restaurant district.
Yeah, sure.
Is that where it is?
Yeah. I'll be there for the next 3 or 4 weeks. And it's called the Human Factor, HUEMAN. So go check it out. It's on the north side, about midway down the block, very close to Threefold Cafe.
Huntress, can you go get me some water? Can you get me some water?
Andres, whatever you do, make him say it over and over again. Are you going to be all right? Do you want to sit quietly?
No.
Do you want to put your arms over your head?
Let's talk about the CBA, small business meeting you had with the Congresswoman.
We did. We were invited by Maria Elvira Salazar, our chamber, to participate in a roundtable with Isabel Guzman, the SBA administrator. She's cabinet level secretary, works directly for the president of the United States.
Wow.
And, she came to talk about how the SBA continues to support small businesses, what's going on with PPP, forgiveness. Really talked a lot about government contracting. She brought her deputy, BB Hidalgo. And I thought it was just terrific. It was at Miami-Dade College Padron campus.
Oh, Inter-American? Is that where it is?
Yeah, the old Inter-American. Up on the 16th floor in that beautiful
The president of that campus is speak about
Alanka.
It's beautiful.
Oh, okay. I've only met her briefly.
Oh. I got to interview her.
Yes. Well.
All right. So you did that.
You never tell anybody else on any other show that I'm beautiful when you interview.
I tell everybody. I'm wearing your shirt. Okay. So lunch with Mayor Lago. When was that?
Had lunch yesterday with Mayor Lago and Alan Morris. The mayor was gracious enough to allow us to auction a one-on-one lunch with him. And Alan Morris purchased it and joined me and Anna Chowie, and the 4 of us had a great lunch.
Where?
We went to a member called Tour Kitchen on Giralda, and it was great because we covered, some of the topics we've covered here, along with just other relevant opportunities for discussion.
Anna Chow's son was in one of our videos.
Oh, I know.
Did she say something to you?
She did. I saw the video.
Oh.
I told her, I said, you know what he's up to.
What?
You're just chiseling away at her hard exterior. She has her guard up around you, as she should.
Should. A lot of things. She had lunch.
You know, the studio is very warm compared
Yeah.
to our old studio.
Yes. Speak about Mr. Allen, Morris Allen. That is a class act.
Alan Morris, absolutely.
Alan Morris, he's a class act.
Great developer, great philanthropist, but just also a great human being.
And dressed is pretty outrageous.
He did pretty well yesterday, but
Did he wear
the
white?
mayor's pretty dapper too, so
Yeah, but
can't take anything away from the mayor.
Yeah,
You know,
Vince
he's
is
well groomed.
yeah, he's well groomed. 2020, Morris Allen, you know,
Alan Morris,
Alan Morris. He's all history.
the dyslexic owner of the Alan Morris Company, Morris Allen. I
It's
kind of
okay.
like that name, Morris Allen.
I like that. I do too. I like when the first names.
It works well because it's two first names.
Right. All right. So what else we got cooking? Tomorrow you got a great event going on. That's pretty exciting.
We're really excited. We got about 100 people coming to hear from David Whitaker, our CEO of the Convention and Visitors Bureau. And it's really a high-level conversation between Dean Quelch, the dean at School of Business, and myself, really about trends in the industry. What does David see the next 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 24 months? Who are our competitors? What are things that we can be innovating around? It's a two-way street relationship. It's not just the CVB and the hotels and the hospitality entities, but what can they be doing to help continue to sell, promote, and excite people about the destination? We're still not back to our numbers of international visitors, but as that number increases, what is that delta in terms of growth, in terms of room rate, occupancy?
Room rate's
RevPAR,
way
et
off.
cetera?
It's way up. So
It is, but is it a spring break phenomenon or is it sustainable?
well, as we know, not all the viewers, we live in between two national parks.
We do. We're the only county in America that has two national parks, Everglades National Park and Biscayne.
But why is it
National
Biscayne?
Park.
Why?
I
It's
don't know.
water. You don't know?
I don't know.
Oh.
Isn't that where Stiltsville is?
Yes.
They're also protected.
Speak about my ADD. Thank you for bringing it up. Last Tuesday, we had a outstanding breakfast
Yes.
with, you want to talk about that?
Alex Mirabal, who is the offensive line coach working directly under UM's head football coach. And of course, taking nothing away from his boss, but Alex really can excite the base.
Oh, he
is the ultimate cheerleader. I mean, he is loved and beloved by this community.
And
longtime Miami.
And I loved how he could always praise his boss.
Oh, absolutely. Now, you guys gave him a lot more gifts than I've ever seen you give his boss.
Well, first of all, I'm taller than him. That means a lot to me.
It's not kidding, ladies and gentlemen.
So it was exciting, and we had the Columbus Mafia there.
Gosh, who was running the school on Tuesday?
Right.
I've never seen that many Columbus employees and alumni. And,
yeah, they were, who knows?
Not since they were all stacked in the sauna together naked.
Okay, so.
It's still warm in here.
I know. All right, so.
Grace ignoring me?
He's ignoring you. We know we turned the organization. You got Show Knows April 1st, right?
Yes.
Who's speaking?
Brian Pla, who is the CEO and founder of Gentera Precision Health. So he'll be joining us. April Fool's Day, but don't be a fool. Join us for Tro Knows. And it's going to be an awesome start to April. I was chatting with our events lead today, Erica, and said, let's get hunkered down on the April calendar. We've got a number of things we're ready to announce.
Oh, you got a lot.
And we're going to finish the month strong too. We've got the Businesswoman of the Year awards that Equitable Advisors helps support all these years, nearly 20 years.
That's next Wednesday, right?
Next Wednesday, 11:30 a.m. We'll have a board meeting before, and then we're off.
It's exciting. And you have the run, April 23rd. Yep. You have the fly-in to where?
DC.
You're flying up.
Yep. There's a group of maybe 10 of us.
And who are you meeting with up there?
So we're working on meetings right now, but we're working with Salazar's office, Jimenez's office, Rubio and Scott's office. So we're busy. We have a big plan.
Okay, and then you got the Small Business Summit.
That's
coming up May 6th.
May 6th.
Who's leading that?
That is being led internally by our team, and then we have a committee.
Who's the committee? Who's the chairperson?
Committee. I wouldn't say there's a chair, but I would say the most vocal are our chair, Anna Chowie, Lillian Sir, probably Nguyen Cabania. Good group.
That's exciting. What's it going to talk about?
We've got 6 or 7 topics. We're going to be looking at, e-commerce. So it's really designed for small and micro businesses. We're going to talk about, trends that we're seeing in terms of the financial world. We're going to talk about topics again that are really relevant. And for like $25-$30, you can come to this event and have a half-day program. You don't have to travel. You don't have to pick up a meal. You don't have to.
Where's that going to be?
Coral Gables Art Cinema.
Wow.
Right there in the heart of our downtown.
And if you drive there, you can park in the
great garage. You can park for $1 an hour.
That's great.
I agree.
Okay, well, we have your social media is growing every week. It's go up another 100.
Yeah, one of the things we learned is that doing it organically is essential. Don't buy lists, don't buy names, don't buy emails,
because they're not involved.
Because all these folks are with us from day one and have built upon that.
I remember we did the sushi maki promotion to promote.
Oh, I remember when we used to do videos. Now I see you doing videos for other organizations. Not nearly as entertaining.
No, and not
stealing our template.
No, there is no. Our template is way above.
Listen, I consider the organizations that steal our identity or try to emulate what we do just flattering.
That's the So, trustees, what's the goal for March?
March, it was 3 or 4. We have 5. And we still got, I don't know, 9 days left.
Jennifer, I know you're watching. We expect a lot out of you, right?
Always have very high expectations. And, Jennifer's meeting with folks and prospecting folks, and we just want to close them by 3/31.
3/31.
Yep. That's not this Thursday coming up, but the following Thursday.
By that time, you have so many things. The women's award thing is unbelievable.
I think it's terrific. We're close to sold out with 200 guests for that because we are
doing
some social distancing. And then, we're putting together the April programs. You already mentioned Tro Knows, but we're working on some other things. The fly-in, of course, and having a great, impact seminar.
So where do you fly? Do you already have what hotel you all stay at and all that?
We do. We got a room block through Marriott and my niece. Thank you, Diana.
Diana, you're the best.
We'll be at the Mayflower Hotel there.
Wow. That's good living.
I love the face that you made. Like, what is happening?
It's exciting.
It'd always be great to have you on that trip. You can chronicle the entire thing. You know what a hootenanny that would be? People would be so excited to see the passion with which our businesses share their needs, speaking directly truth to power.
So you're going to meet with probably two of the United States senators.
Yes.
A bunch of Congress people, right?
Yes.
You have relationships with the ones in this area.
Certainly Salazar Jimenez, but we have a relationship with Marco Rubio too.
Hey, Mario Diaz-Balart, you want me to call his wife? We'll arrange it right now.
I want you to call Tia and say we want to have a meeting. We're not asking for a lot of time.
Now, how
you like how I popped that out?
You like that, Tia? We're listening. I know you're watching.
We've known Tia a long time. She's worked with many of my friends.
She's good people.
Very good.
So it's a wrap. It's a quick day.
What is that happening, Andres? What time is it? I feel like
23 minutes, but it is 4 o'clock.
This is like when I show up. A couple of weeks ago, I wanted a diet Sprite.
Right.
Like I just was thirsty and my stomach was a little yucky. And I had just dropped off my nephew at the airport. And I was just going to hit the drive. It was like 8:45 in the evening. And the guy says, "No, I'm sorry, we're out of hamburgers." I said, "Well, I don't want a hamburger. I want a Diet Sprite."
Diet Sprite.
Oh. And then someone else kind of steps into the drive-through microphone and said, "Sir, you were told we are closed." And I said, "Well, first of all, don't speak to me like that." And I said,
"What was it? A Wendy's?"
It was a Burger King.
Okay.
And I said, "Secondly, you said you were closed, that you didn't have any hamburgers. It's 8:45 at night, and I don't want a hamburger. I want a drink."
Were you nervous if you got the drink and do something to it?
No. And so, the person's like, "Well, then drive through." And so, this woman was just having a bad
day.
end of the day. So I get up there and the guy, takes my credit card and then he says, I want to apologize for my boss's behavior. I said, that isn't your job on any day. First of all, she shouldn't have an attitude like that. She's in the wrong business, And secondly, she should come to the window and apologize to me. I said, but she's not going to do that because she's a coward. And then I can hear you on my microphone. I said, and that's exactly why I'm saying it. I have taken a photograph of your store number and the exact time that I am here, and I'm sending it to the general counsel
Did you?
of Burger King, absolutely, who is a personal friend and Leadership Miami graduate with me. And I said, we all are entitled to a bad day. But the issue is that's why Miami gets the rap that we do. Because I don't care if you're pulling, sodas from a soda fountain or you're, doing a life-saving surgery. We represent our community all the time.
That's so
And we serve our community.
David Whitaker said the same thing. It's not just store, this store, everywhere. One bad person affects all of us.
And listen, I've lived here 30 years this summer. And so I know exactly what Miami is. It's like any relationship. We have good days, we have bad days. We have days where we're madly in love, and we have days where we hate the way you breathe. But at the end of the day, we all share this space. And, I've been having these conversations now for months of accountability, having these conversations around civility, conversations around just, we've lost the ability to have some good manners. And listen, I've seen it in our own organization. We don't get it right every day, whether it's our staff or our volunteers or our members. But, that's who we are.
Yeah, and
that's our lifeblood. And those are our priorities. And so, if you've got to check it, maybe you need a mental health day. We know that people are suffering like no other time. I appreciate that. I respect that. But you can't just expect it to go away. Do something about it. Lots of great resources out there. Call us. Rogers Behavioral Health on our team, amazing. In a lot of places, your employer provides you employee assistance. Tap into it. There's no weakness, no shortness of wanting to make yourself healthier and better. I've been on this journey now
30 years.
For many years here, but at the Chamber 16 and my own self, my whole life. So
it's really touching. You're in a good mood today.
I'm always in a good mood.
Well, it's another wrap. You want to close this out?
Yes. Thank gosh, the show is only 30 minutes because I'm sweating right in all the weird spots. So we'll be back in our regular studio next week.
At regular time.
At our regular time. So thanks for those of you, Gio and George, for hanging in when we didn't have any good sound, but we're going to get that fixed. This is a nice studio. I feel like, these books, by the way, Michael and Grant have read all of them. When you open them, of course, they're hollow. Now, speaking of props,
right?
If you're going to join your local chamber, join a chamber with a leader at the head of the table, not a prop. You want somebody who's there each and every day, committed to you, thinking about pictures that are bigger than just, your business and your immediate needs. But what does this community need? We need the warm embrace of one another. It's been a tough couple of days, by the way, with spring break and some of those other challenges. And so let's keep our friends from Miami Beach in our thoughts. Let's keep our visitors in our thoughts. And most importantly, let's keep each other. Thanks, everybody. Have a great, great week.
Have a